What's up, guys? This is Matt, and that's Dan, and you are watching Game Punch Live, Episode 4 for Sunday, October 2nd.
Yes.
And real quick, Dan, you're feeling much better today, right?
Better. Still have a cold, still stuffed up, but I'm getting there. Slow process. Thank you for all your prayers out there.
We were
Thanks,
worried
everybody.
about you. We're having charity drives and
Nope, I'm feeling better, so we're good.
Good. Well, we're starting an hour late tonight, so sorry for the delay, folks. So let's get right into it. There was actually several things that happened this week that we could talk about. 76ers bought 2 esports teams.
Don't care.
So that's the thing. No, I mean, I think it's interesting that I don't know why, and I don't know what they're going to do to. They brought 2 different esports teams. They're going to merge them together. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Money behind the team. That's, just said money behind the team.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Anything that supports esports and anything that's going to promote that, I'm in favor of for sure. Steam Store is maybe getting an overhaul, so that's cool. I had that as the second story before all this other stuff came out. So I don't know. That's not really a big major thing, but Steam has had the same appearance for forever. Yeah. And so it'd be cool to get a nice new overlay or a nice new UI for Steam because Dan and I both use it a ton. So I'll be looking forward to that. And I think they said it's supposedly coming this month sometime, if it's coming at all. So nice. More to come on that. But the first thing we really want to jump into is there's a little bit of news about Destiny 2 this week, and that is that Destiny 2 is coming to the PC, and it's supposedly going to feel like a whole new game. So that's cool. So Destiny, full disclosure, I have never played it, and no, Dan, you have. I was going to say Dan hasn't either, but you played it, right?
I played, I'm like level 13 or 14, not very far.
It's This is cool because Destiny is one of those games I was always interested in playing. Never really got around to it, and I have it, and I still want to jump into it, but I feel like I'm so far behind. They've had 2 expansions now. I feel like I'm just wouldn't even know where to start, and I'm just so far behind. I mean, it's like, what's the point? But I'm interested in this coming to PC because I feel like part of the reason we never really jumped on it was because it wasn't on PC. The first Destiny wasn't on PC, and I just feel like if it had come to PC, we would have played it instantly. And that's not and that I don't mean that to sound like PC Master Race. I just mean that to say we just don't game on console very much. So we have so many PC games to play. And you can't really fit time in for console games. I don't know if that's good to say or not. But I feel like with Destiny 2 coming to PC, I feel like this one is one that we'll just naturally gravitate towards, especially if it's going to be like it's going to feel like a new game. So I don't know if it's going to be a continuation of the story told in the first one, but I mean, I don't know. I'm actually pretty excited for this just because I was really excited for the first Destiny and just never got around to it. Dan, what do you think about this one?
No, I'm pumped. I think it'll be super cool. They're saying, like, the Taken King was a big reboot of Destiny 1, which brought a lot of people back to it, and people started to enjoy it and have a lot more fun with the game. And then they're saying that was just to fix a few small things, and this will be an overhaul of the big things. Like, they're going to make the planets more populated, more outposts, more cities and towns, make the planets feel like people are living there, and you're not just doing missions, patrol missions and things like that out there. So I'm down with that. That's cool, especially if it comes to PC. I'm really excited about that. I play on PC all the time, so I'm not the PC Master Race stuff, whatever. Yeah. Graphically, it's going to be prettier. Control-wise, we have keyboard, mouse, so that's going to be awesome.
That's going to help.
So, I'm super pumped. I hope it's really, really good. I played the first one, like I said, like level 13 or 14, and I enjoyed what I played there. It's a cool-looking game and a cool-looking idea, and your characters are neat-looking. I don't know if it'll have, like, repetitiveness in it towards the end of it or not, but we'll have to see. they do raids at the end of Destiny 1, but like I said, when Taken King came out, everybody was back into Destiny again, and if they go from that point upward, then they're just doing the right thing. So, yeah, more power to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
More places you can get the game, the better. So
yeah, and that's what this is Kotaku that we're looking at here, and that's what something in here says about if it's releasing Destiny's sequel on PC will give Bungie access to a giant new potential audience, one that wasn't around for the first game. And that right there, that sentence describes us. We weren't there for the first game. We both have PS4s and Xbox Ones. We could have played it, but we were, this was around the same time that The Division came out. That one was on PC, and that, there's a lot of similarities between that and Destiny. We went the route of The Division because that one was available on PC, and that's how we get most of our games. So that one was an easy choice. So this one coming to PC is fantastic. There's not a lot I can say about it because I have never played Destiny. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it. But if that's not for lack of interest, that's just for lack of it. Just wasn't on the platform that I play it on, or that I play most games on.
Right.
So this one's fantastic. I can't wait. We'll be following this as more details come out. And isn't it supposed to be next year? Oh yeah, currently slated for a late 2017 release.
And we'll probably start seeing stuff. E3's already over. You probably will see some stuff at like the Video Game Awards, maybe a trailer. And then next year we ate up with it with a bunch of stuff, especially E3. We'll have a bunch of stuff about it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If they stay on course. They say they have 750 plus people that are working on this game, and they pulled in other people as well from studios including High Moon, Vicarious Visions, and others to help them to build this thing. So they got plenty of people working on it. So we'll see how it does.
And we will see how that goes.
Moving on. How it does.
Well, moving on, a little bit of a controversial topic is No Man's Sky is being investigated by the Advertising Standards Authority, basically for supposed false advertising. So I'm going to read, this is on PCGamer.com that we're looking at. I'm going to read just one section. Hold on, wait, let me find it here. From developer Hello Games and Head Honcho, it appears the UK's Advertising Standards Authority, so this is in the UK, so they're an independent regulator whose role is to regulate the content of advertisements, sales promotions, and direct marketing in the UK by investigating complaints made about ads, sales promotions, or direct marketing. So that's the group that's doing this, and they are now investigating the game's supposed false advertising or misleading promotional material. Specifically, according to this, it's the UI design, large-scale combat, flowing water, which, well, let's just read this. Flowing water, size of creatures, behavior of ships and sentinels, and aiming systems, among other perceived discrepancies. So basically, the beef is with the description on the Steam page. So, I don't know. I mean, so I've not played No Man's Sky. It never even really looked super interesting to me, even when they first announced it, because I never could figure out what to do. But, Dan, you played it a lot, and you love it.
Yeah, I really like it.
So, I wanted to get your perspective on, do you think there's any type of false advertising at all?
I'm really tired of everybody dumping on No Man's Sky. I am so fed up with it. It is a bunch of convoluted crybaby gamers out there who got a game from an indie developer who made something pretty amazing and big, and everybody has whined about it the whole time. This is the problem with our whole genre, and everybody wanted everything up front and know everything about it, and I want it now, and it's just been whining and crying all about it. If you don't like the game, don't play the game. If you like the game, play the game. There is no false advertising. There are 18 quintillion planets in the game. Did you go through every single one of those planets, see if everything matched up exactly to what they show? No, you didn't, and you never will, and no one ever will.
No, I guess that's because, you know, from what people are saying, I guess people don't feel like they need to because it's pretty much rinse and repeat from planet to planet. That's just what the feeling that I get
from people I've talked to who have been to planets with trees and sunshine and beaches, to people like me who have been to desolate island-based planets that have oceans and water all through them. No, they're not the same. Yes, there 90% of the planets in all of space are desolate. There's nothing there. That's going to happen. Sean Murray's talked about that beforehand. But that's just space. Most planets are dead. In our own solar system, we only have one that we can live on. That's Earth.
Right.
So get over this whole everything looks the same, everything looks the same. No, I would like a little more life here and there, and maybe some people are frustrated because it is like, you know, yes, all of the depots look the same, or you know, you're looking for alien life on here, you know, all the little like outposts and pod drops and stuff all look the same out there. But even the space stations change a little bit. Some people have said, you know, they're supposed to be moving spacecraft through space, or they haven't seen any big cargo ships and these convoys. I've been killed at them thinking that I was going to go save them. People have not experienced the full game. My thing is, if you've had fun playing it, then just keep playing it. Don't listen to all this rhetoric, all this crap that people keep throwing on Hello Games. It's a group of 13 people who created a game, who had their studio flooded, who went through so much crap before they were even able to get the game out. And now everybody just beats them down because it wasn't exactly like you wanted it. Did you go and create the game? No, you didn't.
Yeah, and even Sony did that last week. We forgot to mention that story about the president of Sony's Worldwide Studios basically throwing Sean Murray under the bus, saying about the whole release, saying, "Oh yeah, well he didn't have a PR team behind him, and he's just an indie developer." And so yeah, I mean they're just. I mean, this has become.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's almost like they're making a sacrificial lamb out of his studio, which is really, really bad because the guy's a very smart man and he had a really good idea for a game, and because gamers whine about everything.
We do too sometimes, so you know we'll put ourselves.
No, I'm a gamer. I'm completely with you. Yeah. I do. I'm throwing us all in the group here. We're a bunch of selfish people. We're really bad about it, and we want it now, and we want you to show us everything you're doing, and then we're going to tell you how terrible you're doing at your job that you've gone to school with and be able to build a creative world that we can play in. And we're going to tell you how bad you did that all the time. That's just how gamers are, and that's a sad state of affairs. That's just bad.
Yeah, I always think about when games, especially something like this, when games get really, really bad reviews or not necessarily bad reviews, but even when they come under a lot of scrutiny just like this. I mean, this game is the perfect example. I always wonder what it feels like to be the person or persons that came up with that and to spend months or years working on something and dedicating everything you have to it, and then you finally put it out and people don't like it. And maybe deservedly so. Maybe the thing that you put out isn't very good, but I always wonder, what does it feel like to be the person who poured your heart and soul into something and then nobody likes it? I mean, what is that? Those people are strong if they keep going.
You got to live in a world where you got to take criticism thanks to the internet. But there are people who take advantage of gamers as well. So this is not all just on, you know, hey, we're dumping all these people because we've been burnt before. We have. Gamers have been burned a lot. Me, Matt, and all of us have all been burnt because of H1Z1. We were ticked off about that and how they just kind of deserted the whole survival side. And that's a whole other can of worms. They're doing great with their King of the Kill, which is great, and I enjoyed watching that tournament this weekend, but they have completely abandoned a whole section for the sake of something else. And whatever, that's them. So people have been burned by games, but we as gamers, you have to, I don't know, play the game and then make a decision. Most of these people who are jumping on this and tearing this apart have played 10 hours or less, or they hadn't even played the game. This is all brought on by one person in the UK who wrote a letter about this to the ASA to say, hey, I think you should check them out. One person. And this has become a huge article. So I don't know. I'm just
one person got butthurt that you know it's not exactly like. Although there was the one funny video they showed the dinosaur looking thing from the trailer with the Jurassic Park music, and then they showed the actual thing, and it was like that was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
But
I have run into massive creatures on planets as well. I have seen them. They've walked over my spaceship. I've seen them personally. So all this fuss that you guys keep saying are there is there. I don't get that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been to the planets. I've seen these giant creatures. So I don't. People want to fuss. Then when people start fussing, then everybody jumps on the bandwagon of fussing at it, and then it becomes this huge thing. We need to stop that. We need to quit doing this stuff, including ourselves as gamers. We need to quit being so whiny. Right. Just cut it out. I understand. We can tell when somebody's trying to rip us off, and we can tell when somebody truly loves a game and is creating it because they love it and this is what they want to bring to you and show you what their vision is. And we can see that. Good games, bad games, whatever. But man, this quit crucifying Hello Games. For real,
they do seem to be like the major punching bag. It's like it's the cool thing right now to dump on them. Now, I do kind of feel like it's not helping their cause by them being so silent. They've basically said nothing since this whole thing came out. Not to say.
I'm afraid if they said something, it would just get more and more scrutinized. So they're taking the stand of let's just shut up. Just work on the game, keep working on the game, keep iterating and putting stuff out. And then we'll come out later on when things kind of die down and we'll give some information. But for now, I think they're playing the whole, let's just shut up.
Yeah, because they have said that there's stuff they're working on and there's stuff that they want to bring to the game. And maybe they're just going to, you know, shut up and do their thing and hopefully prove everybody wrong by saying, hey, you know how we've been silent for the last 6 months to a year or whatever? Now here's a whole huge expansion or DLC that you don't have to pay for, and now try it out and see what you think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If that's
I'm gonna say this too. The show I think is called The Attack. That is on Twitch.
Yeah, Kevin Prayer's
yeah, I am very disgusted with that group.
Really?
They had a show on Twitchcon, and they were doing like some at the end of the show, like a bunch of let's break world records. One of them was the most Metal Gear Solid cosplay, so they had a bunch of people in boxes. One of them was the fastest Mario win, and it was like a glitch to get in. And the last one was they brought out 30 or 40 copies of No Man's Sky for the PS3, 4, and just started breaking them on stage. How many No Man's Skies discs can we break? And then they're yelling about, how could you, Sean? How could you do this to us? How could you do this? It's like, nothing's even been proven, and you guys have already crucified his team and completely just destroyed him. But you're jumping on a bandwagon that you may not even know that much about. And that's the sad thing. And that was distasteful to me, and I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a little tacky. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah,
I mean, it's I don't know. It's entitled gamers.
Yeah.
We, you know, ourselves included. Yeah, ugh. I don't know. I'm ready to. I'm just ready to move on from No Man's Sky. I mean, I'm ready for everybody just to forget about it for a while. And like we said, maybe they're working on some stuff. Put it out, make the game better.
There's all kinds of mods, everything out there that makes the game even better. So
I'm ready for that. I'm just ready for people to. I guess I'm ready for gamers to find something else to hate on. You know what I mean? Because this is just getting old. It's like every week, it's like, oh, here's some other reason for that people are upset with No Man's Sky and again, you know, I've never played it. It never even looked that good to me to begin with, or it never looked like something that suited my taste of games. Is what I mean. It did look good, and it sounded very ambitious. I was interested, but I just didn't. But I also, I mean, come on, move on. Let's find something else. You know, it's like, you know, I'm sure they're waiting on. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the PS Pro will be a giant flop, and everybody will start hating that, and then they'll give Hello Games a break. Who knows? I don't know.
Cool. All right, let's go on. We're running along.
Hey, Big 1334, thanks for following on Twitch. The overlay's not working, so sorry about that. But we got the notification in the chat. So thank you very much for that. I'll have to fix the the pop-up. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I've been having trouble with that lately on XSplit.
Well,
The last bit of news we're going to talk about is Twitchcon was this weekend. I think today was the last day, or is tomorrow the last day?
Yeah. I don't know.
Does it run until Sunday or Monday? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I think it was today. I think today was the last day. But anyway, they had their keynote on Friday, and they announced some new things. Lou on Twitch says everyone has at least one absurd gripe. That is correct, Lou. Like I said, and I don't say us included, we are a bunch of entitled gamers that want things the way we want them.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, TwitchCon was this weekend. Friday they had their keynote, and they announced some new stuff for Twitch. Let me throw this up on the screen. Let me blow that up here. Oh no, I went the wrong way with it. I minimized instead of maximized. There we go. So they announced a whole bunch of new stuff, which I was pretty happy to hear. This isn't in the order that I wanted to talk about it, but we'll just run down the list. They have a nice little summary here on their blog. The first and their last announcement, which is the first one on this thing, their biggest announcement was the creation of Twitch Prime. So basically, Twitch Prime is, Twitch is owned by Amazon. So if you have an Amazon Prime subscription where you get access to their streaming movies and you get 2-day free shipping and all that kind of stuff, you now get Twitch Prime, which is the new version of Twitch Turbo, which gives you things like no ads when streaming. You get a badge next to your name and a few things like that. But now this Twitch Prime, it's pretty neat because it gives you, like this says, it includes similar perks to Turbo and all the benefits of Amazon Prime, free game loot. So when you link your Amazon Prime subscription, you get a skin. You get a new hero in Hearthstone. You get a skin, I think, or that's one of the things that you can get eventually is a skin. So you get things like that. You get cosmetic stuff for certain games, and that's the idea behind the free game stuff. The cool thing is you get a free Twitch channel subscription. So if you don't have $5 a month to support your favorite streamer, you can still subscribe to them without having to pay $5 out of your pocket if you've got this. So basically, they will pay the subscription and the streamer will still get paid, but you don't pay the extra $5. It's all included in your subscription. So I think that's pretty cool. I subscribe to Co-Carnage on Twitch. I watch that guy every day while I work. And I'm going to keep doing that, so it'll be fun to find another channel to find.
Lou's saying it's extra layer of control by the man. So he's absolutely right.
That's how riled up Lou is. He's still stuck on No Man's Sky. He's sitting in his house just shaking right now.
Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, the Twitch Prime stuff is pretty cool. Get a little badge and no ads and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say I haven't linked mine. I didn't know you got the no ads. That is awesome. I totally want that down.
I mean, you didn't. For those of us, you who are using an ad blocker, you didn't see ads anyway. I'm not proud of it, but hey, now it doesn't matter. So that's pretty cool. And to do this, they didn't really explain it too well. They just mentioned one point in the keynote. If you go to twitchprime.com, that's where you can link your Amazon Prime to Twitch. And that's how all that magic happens. So twitchprime.com.
Sure, I'm doing that now.
It took like 2 seconds.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Oh, we're gonna stream Dan doing it. Let's see. So Twitch bought Curse a while back, and they updated the Curse app. So the Curse app you can theme it to look like Twitch with the purple and everything. The emotes work in there. That kind of stuff. Not that big a deal, but it's still pretty cool. Just more cross pollination or whatever.
Yeah, cross-pollination.
Here's one of the things I'm just excited about. Transcodes. So now they are, and I don't think, not everybody gets this yet, but they're going to slowly start rolling out quality. So you non-partnered streamers will be able to have, the viewers for non-partnered streamers will be able to change the quality of the stream. So rather than be locked into the source quality for non-partners, you'll be able to change, kind of like YouTube, how you can change to different qualities. I was really happy to hear this because I've been really, really unhappy with Twitch lately in the fact that Twitch is supposed to be, Twitch is the largest live streaming platform And they do equal parts jack and shit to help the little guy. So if you are big on Twitch, then you get all these benefits on Twitch. And if you aren't big on Twitch, then you get nothing. So it's one of those things like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So I kind of I feel like Twitch is finally helping the little guy to a degree. One of the frustrating things is for us, like I have super duper fast internet and I've got a nice gaming PC, a separate streaming PC. So when we stream our games on nerdpunch on our channel, we have the ability to stream really, really high quality. But Twitch throttles it because we're not partners. Well, that hurts our potential to get more viewers because we can't put out the highest quality stream that we could. So that's really frustrating. So I'm hoping that this thing is the start of them giving the little guy a few more benefits. I'm really excited about that. They've got loyalty badges, which a lot of streamers were excited about. Streamers can give their viewers loyalty badges, which is basically, you know, like 3, 6, 9, 12, however many months, if you want to set up your channel to be able to do that. Lou in the chat says Matt's gameplay is low quality. You, sir, just got banned. Listen, I don't know where I just get stuck on the rails sometimes. Okay, the game glitches or my keyboard battery is low. That's all. So yeah, they have loyalty badges. Streamers can give members of their community badges in front of their name for being there for a certain amount of time. That's pretty cool. Clips, I use clips a lot, especially when watching Ko. He does a lot of funny things, so we do that. But you can do clips on mobile, which is pretty cool, and you can trim your clips now, which is really cool, because before it was a constant 30 seconds, and sometimes you would get a little bit of garbage before or after, and the piece you wanted was just the 10 seconds in the middle. So now you can edit that right down to exactly what you want. That's really cool. And the last thing is uploads. So you'll have the ability to upload content, much like you do with YouTube. So, I don't know how big that'll be, because YouTube is the place to go for uploaded content, and Twitch is the place to go for live stream content. YouTube now has live streaming, so Twitch now has uploading. I don't know how that's gonna, you know, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. That's pretty cool too. So that's a cool way to kind of grow your channel on Twitch a little bit, is to be able to do that. So props to Twitch for making these changes. I'm pretty happy with them. I just hope they do more for the little guy.
Yeah, we're happier with them. We're not, you know, still.
Yeah.
We used to not be as happy, but we're happier.
Yeah, we're happier with them now. And of course, you know, we're also, like we do every week and with every time we stream a game, we're also broadcasting to YouTube Gaming and to Beam, beam.pro/nerdpunch. And we really like Beam too. That's going to be an interesting platform to watch. But for now, all the users are at Twitch, so that's, you know, it's cool to see. It's just cool that a live streaming platform has their own convention.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that? Did you see anything cool at TwitchCon this weekend, Dan?
Oh man! So at first I was grumpy old Dan. I was grumpy old man Dan, where it was like, yeah, these guys just sitting there all just, yeah, you're cool. No, you're cool. No, I'm on TV. You're on TV. We're really important people and stuff. And I thought it was just a bunch of little high fives. We're all on Twitch and we're better than you kind of thing. And that annoyed me. Then I watched some of the stuff.
Tell me.
And I must admit it has improved since last year. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I watched the H1Z1 Invitational, which they had the qualifiers on Saturday and they had the championships today. Both were super fun to watch. I mean, when you're watching like Soda Poppin' and Summit and Lyric and C's and, you know, all these really good gamers, Elohime, Doctor, what's his name? I can't remember. He wears the wig and the glasses when he plays. I can't think of his name. Anyways, all these big H1Z1 players and Twitch streamers all playing against each other in the competition was a lot of fun. And you had to laugh because like Summit went out first in one of the games, or, you know, Lyric gets killed by Soda Poppin', who plays WoW, and killed him in a shooter.
Was Lyric actually, did you actually see Lyric?
Yeah, you could see him. And then they would show them leaving the game arena once they lost their match, they'd walk out. But so that was fun. But that wasn't what caught me. So Saturday night after that, late night, they were having there was a group there called Bible Thump Theater.
Yeah.
And they were playing a D&D game that they usually do, I guess, on their channel on Twitch. And it was super fun to watch them play. It was actually really entertaining. They were a lot of fun to watch. It's funny just watching a D&D game, but it was super, super fun. So I had a good time watching that. And then today I was watching a couple panels. One was on like nutrition as a Twitch player. What do you do to, stay fit? How do you pre-make your foods, things like that, because you're going to be streaming for 8 hours. Do you work out? When do you work out? How do you work in all this stuff so you can stay healthy as a Twitch streamer? Really great information. Super, super cool. I saw another panel today about lighting and how to set up a three-shot light setup very, very cheap and very, very easily. So you have very good lighting while you're on webcam, and just very cool panels that I wasn't expecting. And very informative stuff. There was one the other day, Saturday, there was a panel on artists who work on and they do their streaming, and they were showing their setups and how they have their easel here, and she paints, and she also has her gaming rig here, but she has all her mixer board and her video camera set up, and what she uses and she had her cheap lighting setup. She's like, you can get these off of Amazon. Like the guy for the lighting, he had a link at the bottom of his, said you go here and buy all of this for about $350, and you will have a full setup to start with lighting and sound for your starting professional streaming service and all this stuff. They're very informative. They even had links to the exact items you can go get. I mean, these guys are really good about explaining everything to really get started at a cheap price if you're really interested in streaming. The nutrition one was interesting, just to hear what these guys do, from preparing their meals beforehand, how they exercise, what they eat while they're on stream, what gives them energy, ways to keep from just sitting there and munching on a bunch of bad stuff, things like that. And these people that they were talking to, it was like Tally. Tally was one of them on there, him and his wife. And then there was a couple other folks as well that were just, fitness guys, and one of the girls there. I was really impressed with. When I was watching the H1Z1 tournament, it was nice to see a good diversity of players. It wasn't just all the big name guys, but there was about 5 or 6 girls in there who are known for their H1Z1 play, a good diversity across races, everything like that. It was nice to see all that happening. There were some lull moments, like I said about the No Man's Sky thing. I think that was tacky and stupid. I watched a whole thing on Final Fantasy 15 today, where Final Fantasy 15 brought in their favorite streamers, and they had 2 of them up on stage to demo a couple of areas in Final Fantasy 15, and then they showed off a new boss at the end of one of them and stuff like that. Again, really cool. A lot of panels about just them playing these new games. There's a new game called Arena Gods. They had people coming up. It's in pre-alpha. They were playing super fun 4-player game that was so cool and awesome to check out. And
there's a new game called Streamline. I think it's called Streamline. That's built for streamers.
Okay.
I don't know much about it. I saw just a few seconds of it, but I think it's a competitive game, but it makes it easy to play with your subscribers or your community. Yeah. It's a game built for streaming and for interaction, so that's really cool.
So this Arena Gods, it's a 4-player top-down, 1-room thing. You're all just a different color, same figure, running around killing each other, and that's it. It's just quick drop in, drop out gameplay. You can play with your streamer followers, all that stuff. So Dan's Grumpy Old Man Friday turned into, hey, I'd really like to go to TwitchCon Sunday. So yeah, I was really impressed. There were some really good things. Yes, there's a lot of advertising there. There is a crap ton of advertising there. Yes, there are the rooms where you can go in and be like, I'm so-and-so, come to me and I'll sign everything, blah.
Well, now that's,
that's okay. It's okay. I'm playing the part of the conceited jerk. Hey, look at me kind of thing. Do you know who I am? It's like, no, you're a streamer. Shut up. That's that part.
But I mean, I've seen some criticism. I've seen some criticism about, oh, you know, these people are treating streamers like they're celebrities, but I think that, like, I watch Ko every day while I work, and it would be awesome for me to meet him. So I don't know I'd put him at celebrity status, but I think there would be a certain, like, oh, that is so awesome. I actually got to meet him and talk to him. There's something really cool about that.
I agree.
Everybody has their favorite streamer. I mean, it would be awesome to meet those guys. You know?
I understand, and what I'm getting on to is the ones that are, they're semi-popular, but yet it's just like in showbiz. The semi-popular ones are the ones that have the conceitedness about them.
It's how they handle themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I'm playing on that. And that's what I do. That's my first take on a lot of that stuff. And again, like I said, I'm eating a little crow here. I enjoyed most of the entertainment from TwitchCon. So
yeah, I remember talking to, you know, me and Dave were on one night last week before TwitchCon, and we were talking about TwitchCon. He's like, "Oh, what do they do there? Is it just games and stuff like that?" And I was thinking, or I told him, no. I mean, there's panels just like at Dragon Con. I mean, there's not anywhere near as many, but there's panels that you go and you sit and you listen, and there's panels about streaming and, you know, the typical stuff, how to stream, how to set up this, and how to grow your audience and stuff. But like you said, there's really interesting stuff like nutrition and lighting, and that stuff is really interesting, because I'm really, you know, we don't stream consistently. I wish we stream more.
We are, Lou. We are
celebrity status. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that you got unbanned. So, but I'm really interested in, so, like, you know, with the big streamers like Ko, I watch King Gathalion a lot. I'm really interested in the behind the scenes stuff of the logistics, like and the technical stuff, like how do you set up this? How do you have your stuff set up? What do you do during the day? You know, and just like you said, nutrition, and what do you do for exercise? And like, I'm really interested, I guess it sounds weird, but like in the life of a streamer.
Right.
Like, what do they do? Obviously, they sit and they play games, you know, on stream. But I'm interested in the stuff that you don't see.
Right.
You know, what, like, especially with Ko, like, he has so much stuff going on, and he had a panel about moderators and like what's the best way to mod, and, you know, how to be a really good mod and that kind of stuff. Like, stuff's really interesting. So, like, what kind of stuff, like, does he meet with his mods, and does he meet with his developers and his artists, and like, what do they sit and plan stuff to do for the next month? Like, I'm interested in all of that behind the scenes stuff. So if TwitchCon is a place where I can get that kind of information, then yeah, I mean, I'm into it.
There you go.
Cool. Well, that's everything that we wanted to cover news-wise. I did want to talk about a couple of things. We like to talk about the games that we played this week, and for the first time since we restarted this show 4 weeks ago, we have a game to talk about other than World of Warcraft.
What?
I know.
I'm out of here. I'm gone.
I know. I went nuts and played a different game besides World of Warcraft. It was two.
Right. All right, guys. That's all the time we have. Thank you for listening.
You are funny, Dan. So I tried the Forza 3 demo. And it was really fun. So the game came out September 27th. I actually tried the demo after that. So by the time I got on this and streamed it, it was like old news because everybody's played it already. But you can get this for free on Xbox Live. So the video you're watching here is an Xbox stream or Xbox gameplay, and this was a lot of fun. Lou wants to know if I fell down home in Australia. Yes, sir. The game takes place in Australia. I am half Australian by heritage, by birth. I don't know. So yeah, it was awesome. But I never really liked the Forza games because they were too much racing sim and not enough racing fun or arcadiness, I guess. But this is a little different. This is not. It's not so realistic like Forza. But it's not super arcadey like Burnout. It's kind of in the middle. It's very similar to Burnout Paradise, where you drive around to different events and things like that. And see, I totally won right there. Didn't expect it. Atari Texas, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Sorry that the overlay is broken and didn't show a pop-up, but we sincerely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 3 is really fun. I didn't expect to, I've never liked Forza, but this one was really fun. I don't think that I would go out and pay $60 for it just because Forza still isn't my thing, but if I could catch this on a sale at like $30 or something like that, this would be a lot of fun. There's different events. There's racing. There's smashing billboards. There's doing
there's a couple guys that worked
in
and played it. They're really enjoying it too. They needed a good racing game, and they've been digging the Forzas. So
and it looks great. And even on Xbox One, which is a little bit less powerful than a PS4 and a PC. This is on Xbox One, and it was really, really pretty. So props to them. This is a really good game. So I'm going to keep an eye out for a sale. And then I think Ben would have a lot of fun with it. He played the demo a little bit too. Yeah, that was good. And then the other game I played was the demo. So Ben and I played the demo for Dragon Quest Builders.
Yes, I actually want to hear about this.
Yeah, so this was a surprise. This was a nice surprise. So, whoops, hold on, let me mute that real quick.
Mute it.
Yep. So this was a lot of fun. So Dragon Quest, it's the Dragon Quest that we know, or it looks like the Akira Toriyama Dragon Quest. The games we've all played, a lot of fun, mixed with Minecraft. So mixed with building. So it's not a big RPG, but it's also not just Minecraft. Just think of something to do and do it. We only played about an hour of the demo. We have more to do, which we're going to be doing. But it was really cool. It's like Minecraft in that you build and you cut down trees and you dig out blocks, you dig out dirt and flowers and stuff like that. But at least what you're seeing here is we went to we found this small little area. This is where the demo at least dumps you out. And there's a girl there that you talk to, and by talking to her, this is how you learn your basic things, but it drives the story forward, but the part of the story is to build something. So she's saying, oh, well, we need to rebuild this base, and in order to do that, we need to fill in the holes in that little thing, in that little house right there that you're looking at. And, we planted that flag so that we would know where our base is and that kind of thing. It was, I don't know, it was a whole lot more fun than I expected.
Yeah.
I kind of expect this to be, Minecraft. I don't know if I want to do that again. But,
I love Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but I never, I was super creative with playing. I used to love playing with Lego bricks when I was a kid. And I never ran out of things to figure out how to build, or to figure out to build. And that imagination, that creative side of me is just gone. Like, as I'm a grumpy old man now. So, so that's the thing with Minecraft is I never know what to build. So I always just build like a big platform in a tree. And I'm like, hey, look, I'm building a tree house. That's fun.
Yeah.
But this, at least the hour that we played in the demo, it's story driven. So it kind of gives you an idea about what you do need to go build. Now, you could just not do that, I guess. But it's really cool to we have to do this in order to drive the story forward. So we have to build this house so that she says, great job, now go do this thing. And then
at some point, does that not break apart to where it's like now you're free to build what you want?
I don't know. And I want to say that there is a creative mode where you could just go in and do something. I'm not sure. So like I said, we only just did an hour of the demo.
Yeah.
And we didn't even do the whole demo. So But yeah, I mean, I was really, really surprised with how much fun Ben and I had for this. I was really surprised with how much fun Ben had with it, because Ben loves Minecraft, but this one, you have to stop and talk to people and read, and you get they're kind of like quests. She gets the exclamation mark, and you have to go talk to her.
Yeah.
But he had a blast with this. The key mapping, the key binding is a little wonky. Like circle is jump. X is bringing up the menu, which you think X is so that's a little backwards. That takes some getting used to. I didn't love that part, and it's a little bit hard. You can see here we're having trouble. Like, it's a little hard placing the blocks where you want it to go.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was worried about too.
But you just kind of have to get the hang of it.
Maybe it's because it's console. I mean, on PC, you'd be able to move the mouse around and click where you want.
Yeah, I think this is exclusive to PS4 and PS Vita.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard anything about it being on PC, but it's cool. Like, if you just hit I think it's triangle that attacks or digs out the stuff. And if you don't press any other button, then it digs out the thing that's on your same plane. Like, if you're on the ground, it's going to do everything else on the ground. If you want to dig down, then you hold the L1 button, and then dig, and that makes him like look down and dig down. Or if you want to place a block up here, you hold the R1 button and he looks up there and you put it there. So that's kind of how you do that. So I mean, but it takes a little getting used to. But once you do, you kind of get over how sort of wonky it is. But it was funny because Ben kept saying, "Oh gosh, I don't want to talk to her again. I just want to build." I'm like, "Well, buddy, talking to her and doing what she says is how we learn new recipes and stuff like that." So it took him a little getting used to that, because you don't have to do that in Minecraft. But and at one point he said, I was like, "Oh Ben, look, she's got another exclamation point. You need to go talk to her." He goes, "She's so bossy," which I think that's awesome. But this was a lot of fun. So I recommend so the demo, which is what you're watching here. The full game comes out October 11th. This demo is available now on the PlayStation Store. So Dan, you should go get it, totally free.
I may have to.
Just give it a shot. I mean, like I said, we only played an hour and we didn't finish it. We have more to do. I don't know how much more is in the demo, but it's worth trying out. Dragon Gamer in Twitch says, "Can you please say happy birthday to me?" So if it is in fact your birthday, then happy birthday,
happy birthday.
Man. Thank you for spending your birthday watching us do this.
Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it
very much, very much. So yeah, Dragon Quest Builders. I think me and Ben are gonna finish out the demo, and actually, if just real quick, I know we're over time, but I want to show you this one thing that I thought was, which is right where we ended, but I thought it was cool. So you get blueprints.
Yeah.
And the way they work is pretty cool. We didn't really... Okay, right. Ow. So see that blueprint? You can actually figure out where you want to place it. So it's like a template, basically. So you lay it out on the ground, and then it tells you, like, what pattern to build in. So this blueprint, it tells us where the door needs to go, and then where the walls are, and, like, what shape to make them and stuff like that. He's having... Oh,
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, let me
I'm watching on Twitch, so I wasn't watching you live there for a second.
Yeah, probably lagged behind a little bit.
Yeah,
but
no, that's awesome.
Yeah, so through quests you get blueprints. You can lay those blueprints on the ground, and then that acts as a template for how... So you might think, well, but then that takes away your freedom, and you can't really build what you want. Well, you can build what you want, but for those specific buildings to complete quests and stuff like that, you do follow those patterns. For me, who can't ever really figure out what to build, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's really cool. That's the only pattern we got. It's like for a workshop or something, and we didn't ever even build the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's wow. I mean, this was. I was really, really surprised with how much Ben and I both enjoyed this.
Yep.
So yeah.
Cool, man. Awesome.
So yeah, definitely check that out for sure if you're interested in Dragon Quest or Minecraft or anything like that at all.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be disappointed. So, other than that, we played WoW. Big shocker.
Well, again, we won't talk about it much. It's still fun. It's still awesome. Go play it. You'll love it.
Yeah, Dave and I, so Dan has been 110. Dave and I both hit 110 last night, I think. Yes, last night.
Yes.
And just real quick, what I want to say about this, because I was talking to Tim about this before you got on, Dan. That's what's awesome about Legion. Is that unlike other expansions, when you level cap, it's like, oh, I hit level cap. I guess I'm just gonna go do raids now.
No.
This one, you level cap, and then boom, the other half of the expansion opens up.
Right.
So
everything
sure, there's
else begins.
Yeah, there's raids and there's extra dungeons, sure, but there's also doing more stuff with your artifact weapon. Would you say another Suramar? It's not really another area that opens up, but you can go do more stuff.
Brand new zone.
Yeah, I mean, there's just more stuff that opens. So, like, the journey to get to 110 is just half of the expansion.
Yep.
The other half comes after you've opened it. So, I mean, that was really cool. All these, I hit 110 and boom, extra quest. Go get friendly with all these guys. Boom, extra quest. Go talk to Khadgar to unlock a new area. Boom, go do this, go do that. So, there's actually stuff to go do. There's actually a point in playing the game after you hit the level cap.
Yes.
So I am excited to dig into that. We only hit it last night, so I haven't really got into it yet. But
yeah, I can't wait till you get start doing some more of this stuff, because Suramar itself is just super fun. I mean, you're starting a resistance force in Suramar. It's gonna be awesome. You know, you got all kinds of cool things that's going to come down. So
Yeah,
you'll totally dig it. It'll be cool.
Yeah, props to Blizzard for an awesome expansion. We'll keep. I'm sure we're going to talk about it every week until we just stop playing it.
Sorry, our whole selection of games right now is WoW.
Well, I'm going to make it a personal mission to play something other than at least one night a week. Play something other.
Well, I got an idea for that. So
okay,
we might have a surprise next week.
Oh, okay, something we'll talk about off this. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Sorry. I know we ran long. We try to keep this between 30 and 45 minutes. I have no idea what we're at now.
14 hours.
Hour 14. So TwitchCon happened this weekend. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So as always, you can watch this show or any of our streams when we stream on Twitch, YouTube Gaming, and Beam.pro. All of those /nerdpunch. You can follow us on social media at Twitter and Facebook /nerdpunch. Nerdpunch.com is where you can go to find postings of this and other cool stuff we find around the internet. Nerdpunch@gmail.com is where you can send us emails about stuff you want us to talk about, stuff you want us to play. If you want to tell us how much we suck and how much No Man's Sky is awesome, I don't know. Sure, you can do that too. But yeah, basically anywhere on the internet, just put /nerdpunch on the end of it, and that's where we are. So that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And until next week.
Thanks for subscribing or for following too.
Yeah, thanks for our followers, Dragon Gamer. Have a happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys around this same time next week. Every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern is when we do this. So come back next week. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.